I proposed to my girlfriend in front of everyone. And she laughed. You weren't supposed to take this seriously, she said. Then walked away. Her best friend was secretly recording the whole thing. Turns out, they knew about the proposal all along, and let me walk into it. But what she didn't expect was what I did after. I've gone back and forth on whether to post this. Honestly, part of me still feels like I imagined the whole thing. But no, my friends were there. The video is out there. It happened. I proposed to my girlfriend last week, someone I genuinely thought was the one, and she laughed in my face. Not a nervous laugh. Not a shocked laugh. A full-on this guy can't be serious kind of laugh. In front of both our families. Friends. A bunch of strangers. And then she just walked out. But let me back up a bit. Me, 27M, and her, 26F, had been dating for about 2.5 years. We met through friends at a rooftop party. Yeah, that kind of movie cliché, and hit it off fast. She was funny, confident, sharp. You know those people who can walk into a room and instantly become the center of gravity? That was her. To be totally honest, I always felt like I was dating a little out of my league. She was the one people looked at when we walked into a room. I was just the guy holding her purse while she did it. My friends teased me about it, called her main character energy, but I didn't care. I was obsessed. Still am, if I'm being really honest. We had our ups and downs like any couple, but nothing that screamed red flag at the time. Sure, she sometimes made weird little comments like, we're just having fun, right? Or don't go getting too attached. But I thought that was just her being playful. She's sarcastic. I'm more earnest. We balanced each other out. Or so I thought. So yeah, after 2.5 years of dating, I was ready. I'd already asked her parents for their blessing. They seemed genuinely excited. I bought a ring that nearly bankrupted me, custom cut, because she once mentioned a weird-shaped diamond she liked. And I picked the exact spot where we had our first date. This cozy little Italian place where we sat outside on crates because all the tables were full. I rented out the patio. I got string lights. I had both our families there, some close friends. Her best friend flew in from out of town. Everyone was in on it, except her. She just thought we were doing a nice anniversary dinner. The whole thing cost me about 2 months of planning, 1 panic attack, and an embarrassing number of Pinterest boards. Anyway, the night comes. She looks amazing. I'm sweating bullets. Everyone's eating, laughing, having a good time. Then, the waiter brings out the dessert, and it's got the ring on top, in this little glass dome. I stand up, take her hand, say my rehearsed little speech, which I completely butcher, by the way. My voice cracked, I sounded like a preteen, and I dropped to one knee. And that's when it happens. She looks down at me, and laughs. Not like a gasp laugh. Not a nervous giggle. Like, a WTF is happening right now? This guy can't be serious. Laugh. It starts small, then she kinda covers her mouth and goes, oh my God. Are you actually serious? She turns to her best friend like this is some kind of sketch, and then just goes, no way, dude, what? I'm still kneeling, still holding the ring, still smiling like an idiot, thinking maybe this is part of her reaction. Maybe she's shocked. Nope. She leans down, pats my shoulder, and goes, oh no. You weren't supposed to take this seriously. Then she walks off the patio. Just like that. Silence. I swear, the fork stopped clinking. Her mom looked like she'd seen a ghost. My little sister had her hand over her mouth. One of my friends started to stand up like he was about to swing at someone. I just stayed kneeling there. For a good 30 seconds. Like a statue. I think I blacked out after that. Not literally, but my brain just kind of froze. Like it didn't know how to process what just happened. Eventually I stood up, put the ring back in my pocket, and sat down. No one said anything for a while. I just drank whatever was in front of me. Don't even know whose wine it was. I don't know what hurts more, the fact that she laughed, or the fact that she truly meant it when she said I wasn't supposed to take us seriously. Anyway, that was last week. She still hasn't called. I think I already know why. So yeah, after she walked out like it was an improv sketch that went too far, I just sat there at the table trying not to cry. Or puke. Or both. No one knew what to say. I don't blame them. What do you even say to someone who just got laughed out of his own proposal? Eventually, people started clearing out. Her parents left first, quietly, avoiding eye contact. My mom tried to hug me, but I just waved her off. My best friend Ryan looked like he was ready to flip the damn table. And me? I just sat there, staring at the candle in the middle of the table like it had the answers. That night, I got maybe 45 minutes of sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, I saw her face, laughing, not crying, not apologizing, laughing. The next morning, I woke up to 5 missed calls from coworkers, 3 texts from college friends I hadn't spoken to in months, and a TikTok link from someone I barely even know. And there it was. A video, already at like 100K views, titled, "When Your Situationship Proposes." I clicked play. It was me, on one knee, holding the ring up, hands shaking. You can hear her laugh, clear as day. Then the part where she says, "You weren't supposed to take this seriously," and walks off. The camera zooms in on my face. Just frozen, humiliated, confused. They put sad violin music over it. I felt sick. The comments were brutal. Like walking into a room where everyone's laughing at you, but you can't leave. Some people felt bad, sure, but others acted like I deserved it. Like I was some pathetic, delusional idiot who couldn't take a hint. One that stuck with me said, "You can see the exact moment his heart breaks." That one just lives in my head rent-free now. But the worst part? The video was posted by her best friend. The one who was at the dinner. The one who smirked as I got on one knee. She captioned it. "We told him not to do it." So they knew. She knew. Everyone on her side knew, and no one warned me. That day, I deleted all my social media. Instagram, Twitter, everything. I couldn't look at my phone without wanting to throw it out the window. I texted her, something like, "Can we please talk? I deserve to understand what just happened." No response. I waited hours. Nothing. Sent another message the next day. Still nothing. By day 3, I gave up. She was gone. Ghosted. Like 2.5 years meant absolutely nothing. And then the guilt hit. I started questioning everything. Was I crazy for thinking we were serious? Did I imagine all the little moments? The vacations? The time she called me her person? The way she looked at me when we slow danced in the kitchen? Was it all fake? I even went back through our texts, our selfies, tried to read her face in every photo, look for signs I missed. And yeah, sure, maybe I did ignore a few red flags. But still, no one deserves that kind of rejection, especially not in front of their entire family, on camera, broadcasted to the internet like some kind of joke. That week, I didn't eat much, barely slept, cried in the shower more than I'd like to admit. My apartment felt haunted. Every corner reminded me of her. The pillow she used, her favorite mug, the shampoo she left in the bathroom. And no matter how hard I tried to distract myself, I couldn't escape one simple fact. She let it happen. She let me plan that entire night, knowing she wasn't going to say yes, knowing she was going to humiliate me, knowing her best friend was recording. And I had no idea why. A week goes by, still no call, no text, not even a "sorry you had to go through that" from anyone. Her friends? Radio silence. Her parents? Nothing. And her? It's like she vanished into thin air. Honestly, at that point, I wasn't even hoping she'd come back. I just wanted some kind of explanation. A reason. Something that made the whole disaster make sense. I didn't get it from her, but I got it from someone else. It started with a DM. From a girl I barely knew, Jules, a mutual friend of hers, someone I'd met maybe twice at parties. She messaged me something short and cryptic. "Hey, I just want you to know you didn't deserve that. She's been a mess for months. Don't let them make you think this is your fault." I sat there staring at the screen for a while, then finally replied, "What do you mean? What's going on?" And that's when Jules told me everything. Apparently, about 3 months before the proposal, my now ex-girlfriend reconnected with her ex, the guy she used to call a walking red flag and the biggest mistake of my life. Yeah, that one. They started texting again, then hanging out, then more than that. Meanwhile, I was planning the proposal. She was literally going from cuddling me in bed one night to texting him, "I miss us," the next morning. Jules said she tried to talk her out of it, told her it wasn't fair to me, that if she didn't love me, she should just break up with me. And apparently, my ex said, and I quote, "I'll wait until after my birthday. He'll probably do something cute. Might as well enjoy it while it lasts." Enjoy it while it lasts. That hit harder than the public rejection. I was just a placeholder, a convenient, stable little stepping stone while she flirted with the idea of getting back with someone she knew would wreck her again. And get this, she found out about the proposal a week before it happened. How? One of my idiot friends let it slip in a group chat that she was still part of from an old trip. He said something like, "Can't wait to see her face when you pull the ring out." And she never said a word. She didn't try to stop me. She didn't warn me. She didn't break it off ahead of time. No. Instead, she told her best friend, the one who posted the TikTok, and they decided to let it happen. To let me humiliate myself. So they could get it on camera. So they could laugh. So they could make a point. I wasn't just rejected. I was set up. I don't even know how to describe what that realization did to me. Like my brain short-circuited. This wasn't a breakup. It was a betrayal. Premeditated. Cold. Calculated. And all I could think about was that night, holding that stupid ring, looking up at her, smiling like a dumbass, while she already knew what she was going to do. And I kept replaying that line in my head. You weren't supposed to take this seriously. But I did. God help me, I did. I thanked Jules. She apologized again. Said she felt guilty staying quiet for this long. I told her it wasn't her fault. At least someone told me the truth. And then I sat in the dark for a while, staring at nothing, letting it sink in. It wasn't just that she didn't love me. It was that she never respected me. Not even a little bit. That night, I finally took the ring out again. Opened the box. Thought about throwing it off my balcony. But I didn't. I had a better idea. Because if she wanted to play games, I could play too. You know that moment after a breakup when the crying just stops? Not because you're okay. You're not. But because you've got nothing left to squeeze out of yourself. That was me, about 10 days after the proposal. Something just clicked. I wasn't sad anymore. I wasn't even angry, really. I was just cold. And I realized something. I never needed to ruin her. She was doing a pretty damn good job of that all by herself. The TikTok video? It blew up. Way more than I thought. Millions of views. Multiple reposts. Commentary videos. Reaction stitches. And something shifted in the tone. At first it was people laughing at me. Saying I looked desperate. Saying she was brutally honest. But then, as more people started asking why she let it happen and why it was filmed, the tide started to turn. People were pissed. Not for me. Even, just pissed at how it all went down. And then the screenshots leaked. Yeah, the texts. I still don't know who leaked them. Maybe Jules. Maybe someone else in the friend group who was tired of the drama. But suddenly people had proof. Screenshots of her saying stuff like, I hope he cries, LMAO. I told him I wasn't ready, and he still planned all this. This is going to be so awkward. Can't wait to see his face. Stuff like that. Once those started circulating, everything changed. Suddenly, she wasn't the bold queen who stood up for herself. She was the mean girl who let her boyfriend walk into a trap just to humiliate him on camera. She started getting dragged. Hard. Influencers made videos calling her toxic. Some of the brands she worked with quietly unfollowed her. One of them even dropped a "We do not condone bullying or public humiliation" statement, not naming her, but everyone knew. I didn't say a word. Not publicly. Not even privately. She tried to control the narrative, but people saw through it. The silence? That was my play. In the background, I got to work. Started hitting the gym again. Reconnected with people I ghosted during the relationship. Got into therapy, shout out to Sam, my therapist, absolute legend. And then I did something petty, but clean. There was this feature on Instagram that lets you suggest tags on photos. I went through every one of her old posts that had me in them, where I wasn't tagged. And I tagged myself. On all of them. Then I waited 2 days. And removed the tags. I don't know why. It doesn't make sense. But that move? It made me feel like I was back in control. The last thing I did? I made a post. Just one. A single photo of the ring box. Closed. Sitting on a windowsill. Caption said, "Bullet dodged." That was it. No names. No hashtags. Nothing else. It got shared a lot. And people knew exactly what it meant. A few hours later, she texted me. First time since the proposal. Just said, "That was low." I stared at it for a minute. Then I deleted it. Didn't reply. I wasn't finished yet. It took about a month. A month of silence. A month of watching her try and fail to control the narrative. A month of seeing people slowly turn their backs on her. And then, right on schedule, she texted me again. "Can we talk?" That's all it said. No, I'm sorry. No, I messed up. Just can we talk? Like nothing had happened. Like I was just sitting around waiting for her to come back. At first I didn't respond. But then, I thought, why not? We met at this quiet coffee shop in her neighborhood. Neutral ground. She walked in like nothing happened. Like this was just some normal awkward breakup talk. Not like she publicly humiliated me in front of both our families and 4 million strangers online. She ordered some $7 latte. I didn't order anything. Just sat there. She gave me this smile. The same one she used to give when she was trying to manipulate her way out of an argument, and started with, "You look good." I didn't say anything. She rambled for a bit, said she's been thinking about things, that she didn't expect it to go down that way, that she was in a weird place mentally and should have communicated better. No apology, just excuses dressed up like therapy talk. Then came the kicker. I've realized a lot since then. I miss what we had. I miss you. I almost laughed. She tried to lean into it, started talking about rebuilding trust and starting over slowly. Said she wasn't seeing anyone right now, and that maybe all of this happened for a reason. That maybe it made her see what she really lost. I let her talk. Let her pour it all out like I was the safe, predictable, soft little guy she walked all over for 2.5 years. And when she finally stopped, I took a breath, leaned back, and said, "I didn't agree to meet because I wanted to get back together." She blinked. I smiled just a little. "I agreed to meet because I wanted to see if you'd actually say the words. If you'd sit here and pretend it never happened." I could see her confidence waver. "You were never planning to say yes. You knew about the proposal. You laughed in my face. And now that the internet turned on you, suddenly I'm the one that got away?" Silence. She started to say something, but I raised my hand. Not yelling, not angry, just done. "I loved you. Fully. You never respected me for it. But I do now. So this is me choosing myself." Finally. Then I stood up, tossed a $10 on the table, and walked out. Didn't look back. It's been 3 months since then. She texted a couple more times. I never replied. She took down a lot of her social media. Probably tired of the heat. Me? I'm good. Better than good, actually. I'm not angry anymore. I'm not hurt. I'm free. And every time someone sends me a screenshot of her latest regretful post or sad quote story, I just smile. Because I remember that night. And how she laughed when I proposed. And now, I'm the one who walked away. It's been a year. 12 full months since the night I proposed and got laughed at like I was the punchline to a joke I didn't know I was part of. You'd think that kind of thing would stick with me forever, and in some ways, yeah, it does. But not like a wound. More like a scar. Faded, painless, but there to remind me what I'll never tolerate again. She reached out again 6 months ago. A long email. Paragraphs of reflection. Said she'd gone to therapy. Said she was working on herself. Said she never meant to hurt me. She was just confused back then. I didn't respond. Not because I'm bitter. Because I'm done. I heard through mutuals that her career never fully bounced back. The brands she worked with didn't like the drama. The TikTok audience turned on her quick, and attention like that doesn't forget. Her ex, the one she was texting behind my back, cheated on her. Left her. Publicly. She made a few vague sad posts about karma and lessons, but never named names. I didn't need to watch it unfold. I was already gone. I moved cities, got a new job, even started dating again. Not rushing into anything, just living. Slowly, quietly, on my own terms. No big public moments. No romantic gestures to prove my worth. Because now, I don't need anyone to validate my love. I know what it's worth. And someday, someone else will too. The ring? Still have it. Not because I want it, but because sometimes a reminder of who you used to be is the best motivation for who you're becoming. And me? I'm doing just fine. Thanks for asking.